So let's talk about Ajofia. Ajofia. Now the literal translation is evil forest. Evil forest. Now Nollywood has used this aspect of our culture wrongly. If you've watched Egg of Life, where a group of women were called to go into this Ajofia evil forest to go and recover the Iuwa of an Obanje prince. Now most of them went into that forest, and I think only one person came back. All of those women died because they were encountering the spirit of the dead. So Nollywood portrayed Ajofia as a place where the abode or the home of the ancestors. But in Igbo ancestral perception, Ajofia had never been a place where our ancestors, the spirit of our ancestors lived, or the home of our ancestors. To interpret the home of our ancestors, we can talk about two things, which is Obichukwu or Ikelebunwo. Now, our ancestors believed that you live a righteous life, a holy life. You live right the way you're supposed to do it. You live a life of achievement by living children. So you finished your cosmic purpose. So your spirit does not want to reincarnate again. Now, that essence, that spirit will go or move into what our ancestors regarded as Ikelebunwo or Obichukwu. Some people even call it Obindichie, where they now become cosmic intercessors. Which is why in Igbo ancestral spirituality, the veneration of ancestors, Ndichie, Umuada, is quite prevalent. Because we believe that these people that have lived before us, they have now transformed into intercessors, cosmic intercessors that reside or live within Obichukwu. So when Nollywood is depicting Ajofia as the home of ancestors, this is misinterpretation. And what they now did, because we Africans in the Igbo, we've taken pride in demonizing our culture, in our tradition. So what they are now telling us is that when they're now looking at this Ajofia as evil forest and telling you that it is where our ancestors go to when they die, what they are trying to say here is that our ancestors are so evil that if you visit their home, they are going to kill you. That is the psychological interpretation of Nollywood depiction of Ajofia. Now Ajofia, because they did not just manufacture that word. We had Ajofia, and we will not even call it an evil forest. Because our ancestors did not even perceive it as evil. There are people that would move into this Ajofia and they can do whatever they want to do and they would come out. It would not kill you based on how Nollywood has represented and interpreted it. Now, Ajofia is basically a thick forest that where our ancestors disposed and discarded the corpse of people that people that were killed by deities, number one, or people that committed an abomination. These are the two categories of people that they discard inside that Ajofia. When in our culture, when you're a horrible person, or when you're killed by a deity for any reason, you will not be buried. You would not be buried, because burial and funerals is a process of shedding the mortal coil, shedding our flesh. You shed it for you to be able to reincarnate.